What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I know I've been on kind of a spiral of negative news with this SHIB, the Metaverse announcement. So I wanted to sprinkle in some positive news within this and just understand the positive view on this SHIB, the Metaverse, and where we're going to see this go. With Shiba Inu and how it could possibly positively help out Shiba Inu. So we have basically how much we're going to be able to burn off with renaming, and this is just kind of a hypothetical situation, kind of speculating on to or as to how many people will rename their plots of land. So before we get started in this, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And if you guys want some updates over on Twitter, go and follow me on Twitter or join the Discord group in the description. Just find the Patreon link and you could join the Discord group. But again, we're here to talk about SHIB. Now, I know again I've been extremely like on the negative side of everything that's going on because you got to understand where I'm coming from. When somebody creates something within an ecosystem, you expect them to use their native token, no matter what the downside is or what the downfall is of using that native token. You have to find a way around it, right? It's not about using an outside token. It's about using the native token, and that's why I'm so upset with the development team, the people around this, and why they decided to use Ethereum. It's making it more on the lines of an NFT than anything, right? Because it's like I'm looking to get Ethereum. Ethereum nowadays, as you see it with NFTs, is more of a cash grab within these scenarios, right? So anyways, still sprinkling in some negative news there, but let's go ahead and talk about some positive news. Let's look at Shiba Inu's price, and then we could dive into how much will be burned within the plots of land, and then maybe even volume as it's trading back and forth with these plots of land. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So currently, Shiba Inu's price is at 27.14. It's up about 8%. We're seeing things that are actually making some really good positive moves today, and that's why the weekend is looking really bullish. I just released a video on basically a bullish weekend and us having bullish weekends and what it feels like, how it's so amazing to be able to see these. We are very close to the $15 billion market cap at $14.9 billion market cap. We can see the volume is actually down by 18%, but it's still up to 1.2 billion. So that's not bad to see. Over $1 billion in volume, I will take that any day, especially with all of the markets that it's available on. That's going to be big. We did just get confirmation about like the burn portal. Well, at least not really like full confirmation, but we kind of got quick insights as to what the burn portal is going to be, and it's going to be more of an independent burn and not necessarily like you swap within Shiba Swap and it burns. No, it's going to be independent burn portal, which is definitely different than what I thought it was going to be. So no percentage of certain transactions that are taken out, but people are still bullish on that just to be able to independently burn it. And it is a good thing because a lot of people don't know how to send it directly to the burn wallet. So if you have a portal that's just going to send it directly there without you having to worry about anything, maybe you can just buy and burn right away. So once you buy it, it's automatically burned. That would be amazing, but I'm not 100% sure, what's going on there. Like it would automatically link the dead wallet up here, and you would just hit purchase 100, or you would say burn 100, and it wouldn't even go into your wallet. You wouldn't have to connect anything. All you have to do is connect some sort of payment method, and then you can burn off Shiba Inu. But we don't know the details of that yet. But again, Shiba Inu is at a good spot. It's up 8% today, up to 27.17. We see a high of 27.37. We did see a little bit of a dip earlier, very quick dip actually, and then it started to come back and started to make these moves. Now I don't know what that was for. Maybe some sort of whale sold off or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But as you know, we have the 100,000 plus plots of land out there. And I made a stink about the fact that they're using Ethereum for payment, but the renaming process is going to be about $100 to rename the plot of land, and that goes directly towards burning off SHIB. So we don't know how much that's going to generate, and if everybody's going to, basically rename their plots of land. Their expectation is that everybody would rename their plots of land, and it would be a consistent renaming as they do sell it to other people. So Obviously, the resale value of land is going to be quite high, and I don't know if Shiba Inu will get a percentage or Shiba devs will get a percentage of that. We still don't know the details of that there. But let's go into my spreadsheet here. I built something really quick just to show you guys some different information here. So this is it, right? Very simple, straight to the point, right? And what we can see here, I feel like there's something in the middle of the screen. It's probably this. Yeah, I moved that. There we go. Um, what we can see here is that we have the amount of land, 100,000 plots of land. The renaming amount would be $100. I considered it to be a 50% percent chance of renaming, right? So instead of 100%, like them, everybody renaming all of their plots of land, I expected to be like a conservative 50%. People are going to want to rename their plots of land, make it official. If they're going to spend, 1 Ethereum on a plot of land, then, or maybe even more than that, why not spend $100 to rename it? So I'm going to say 50% is going to rename it. And if it's more than that, it could be more of a benefit. We can see about $5 million from that, which will amount to about 181 billion is what it's showing here. $5 million would be 181 billion. That seems about right. And they'd be able to burn off 181 billion. That's amazing. That sounds like a lot, way more than what we've been able to burn off for community-led burns. So obviously, it's going to be a really, really big benefit. But we all know that that's not enough. We need to see more burns as time goes on. We need to see, hundreds of billions happen in one day, not the fact that it's happening in 1 month or a matter of 3 months, right? Because it's being released in phases, basically like a third, a third, and a third, or something like that, or technically a little bit more than that, or something like that. But it's being released in phases, and I think there's 4 phases actually, but still, it's being released in phases. So over a matter of 3 months, you're going to see 181,000, maybe even more than that, be burned, depending on how much is renamed. Because if you look at this and you say, all right, 70% can actually rename it. Well, that's $7 million and 254 billion. So that's still, either way, it's still a lot at 181 billion coins that will be burned off. But we all know that's not enough. We need trillions to be burned off in order to see a massive impact. So when you also factor in land, you have the resale value of it, right? People are going to resell it for higher and higher prices, just like they would with NFTs. You sell it to somebody else, you buy something for $200 and all of a sudden it's worth $5 million. Well, now you can sell it to somebody else. However, even though that price increased and there's going to be less sales going on because the prices are going to increase for the plots of land, you're not going to see the naming price increase at all. It's still going to be $100, so they're still going to burn that off. So let's say the daily volume is 100, right? 100 plots of land are sold back and forth, and people decide that they're going to rename 50%. Well, that's $5,000 per day that they're going to be able to burn off, which is 35 million, 35 million coins or so, right? Hopefully, I'm getting that right. Actually, that's wrong. Let me just adjust that. I was gonna say that seems way too high, and it's because of this formula. It's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be 180 million coins. There we go. But either way, as we look at that, that's great to be able to see 180 million coins that are burned off every day. However, it's not enough. Right now, especially, it's not enough. At these low prices, we need way more that needs to be burned off. It should be millions of dollars that we're seeing burned off each day, sort of like what's going on with CRO. CRO, we're seeing about 500,000 to $1 million to $2 million burned off every single day, and we're seeing none of that with Shiba Inu. We're seeing millions that are burned off each day. Probably an average, I would say now for the month of March, we burned off a lot. And it was probably an average of like 200 million or something like that per day, which is really good. But we need to see way more than that with this project. It should have been to the plots of land, people buying plots of land. It should have been to where all of this factors into SHIB. We're buying it with SHIB. We're able to burn off a certain percentage. Then that would have been really, really good. But we're not seeing that, and that's what I don't like about this scenario. And I'll keep sprinkling in some negative news as we do talk about positive things. But either way, the good side about it is that we will be burning off something, right? They could have obviously had us burn off nothing, and it could be zero amount of coins that are being burned, because you know that they don't support burns. They support people burning off their own money, but they don't support the actual ecosystem burning off coins organically. So I know they always talked about finding a way to burn coins through utility, but every single way that they've come up with burns, it's been outside of utility. It's been an extra thing that you have to do on top of it, not just a normal purchase or, you know, a normal buy of land or a normal buy of SHIB. So again, negative news, positive news, what outweighs what? I don't really know. I'm still bullish on SHIB, and hopefully the community can come up with something a lot better. And once we figure out where the devs' heads actually are, then we can try and gain as much value as we can by supporting a lot of these bigger burn projects. And I think it sucks that you know, Bigger Entertainment, I believe they're taking their hat out of the ring and burning off coins. But yeah, I haven't really checked into that detail there, but it sucks because that's a big portion of what we were able to burn off, you know, every month, and hopefully we can just see more and more burn off, and people don't just give up on the project, because it is going to take a long time. But if the devs aren't using their native token, I mean, it's making us think like, why should we support it? Right? So they need to change something. They really do, and they need to use that native token, because if they're just going to shun Shiba Inu and put them off into a corner somewhere, a lot of people will be pissed. And I think they're just is I don't know. I don't want to make this video negative. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. You know, 181 billion could be burned off. It could be a lot more than that, depending on if 100% decide to burn off their Shiba Inu or decide to rename their plot of land. You're seeing 363 billion coins. So, anyways. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.